Hello, everybody. Brad Pointer here, and we are back with Rush Test for Echo. And today we are listening to the seventh track on the album, Dog Ears. I think it's the seventh. Anyway, it's Dog Ears. Don't know much about it, but I have not heard it before. If you'd like an explanation of why I haven't heard it before, then check the link up there, and we'll get right into it here and see just exactly what we can figure out. All right. So that first part, the guitar has a real rockabilly thing going on. I don't know if you guys ever listened to Reverend Horton Heat. They were kind of a Dallas band when I was in the 90s when I was down there. But yeah, it just had that whining and it, it's got that swang to it. I don't know. That's kind of cool. And then they're singing about a dog. So I love dogs. So we'll see how this goes.
It seems to me as we make our own few circles round the sun, we get it backwards, and our 7 years go by like one. Dog years, it's a season of each. Dog years, with every scratch it reappears.
And once again, we're back to some chords on the bass. I don't know. I think that was double stops, but yeah, maybe chords. But in any case, we're listening to some, real happy-go-lucky, singing or not singing, just playing. Just feels very, light. I like it. Oh, yeah.
In the dark days, people look too serious. Dogs cry for the moon, but those connections are mysterious. It seems to me, while it's true that every dog will have its day, when all the bones are buried, there is barely time to go outside and play.
Ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? Once all the bones are buried, sometimes it's hard to find the time to go out and play. I know it. My vacation. This is the last day of my vacation, so it's wrapping up, and I'm didn't get as much recording on this done as I would like to, but I spent a lot of time with my family. Spent a lot of time in my other pursuits. Just being a silly old man, playing Pokemon Go. Still looking at my microphone whenever I'm talking to you guys. Whatever. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to mention there was the hi-hat work, man. Neil's hi-hat work right there in that little section is just, man, woo. Take a listen in that when that part comes around again. He's just doing some crazy hi-hat work.
Dog years, it's a season of the itch. Dog years, with every scratch it Dog years, with his tail between his ears.
Oh, here we go. Okay, before this kicks off, I know I probably just interrupted an important part, but that's okay. Before this kicks off, this album, man, I have to say, seeing you guys' reactions to it, I like it. A lot of people are like, some people say this is the worst one. Well, I think some people haven't listened to Power Windows then, and that's all I'm going to say. But you guys have been awesome, and I've been less than awesome because I just stopped it in a good spot, so sorry about that.
I'd rather be a tortoise from Galapagos or a span of geological time.
Wow.
I'd rather be a tortoise from Galapagos or a span of geological time than be living in these dog years, living in these dog years.
Here we go. And baby, talk dirty to me. No. But it has that's that rockabilly swing to it, man. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, it's got some. There's some CC to Phil rolling around in there. Not really. It all traces back further than that, but to a boy from the late '80s, whose first concert was Poison. That sure did sound like Talk Dirty to me. Anyway.
In a dog's brain, a constant buzz of low-level static. One step at the hydrant, and the answer is automatic. It seems to me, as we make our own few circles round the block, we've lost our senses for the higher levels that it comes on. Dog years, for every sad son of a bitch. Dog years, with his tail between his ears.
I don't think I understand the tail being between his ears. I mean, that's a happy dog. That's a happy dog. If the dog's tail is stuck so far up and it's so curly that it's going up between his ears, then that's a happy dog. Or, he's on point. But, no, that's a happy dog. Happy dog. You have his tail all, what? Oh, are we about to go on a car ride? I mean, that's the dog paying attention. I know what's going on. Something's good's about to happen. Is that a treat? Are we going to the park? Did somebody say walk? That's what a dog's tail between its ears means. But, yeah. It just sounds so simple and so laid back, and then you listen to each individual part, and they're all killing it. That's just the way they do. Anyway.
In the dog years, in the dog years, in the dog years, in the dog years, in the dog years.
So that was nice. You know, a little lightheartedness, but that's fine. You know, Rush doesn't always have to be serious. I mean, listen to Passage to Bangkok, you know, and they're singing about going around the world doing things that, you know, hippies do. They had, of course, it was 1976 or so, so, you know, I guess that makes sense. And they all had long hair, and they were rolling around, you know, stopping in Bogota and all that stuff. Anyway, but yeah, just light-hearted, you know, some fun, with a little, you know, little bit of a moral thrown in there too, you know. Once again, this one seems, you know, he wishes he could be a turtle from Galapagos, which is those turtles that, like most turtles, live for a very long time, you know, hundreds of years, or, you know, geological time, which is, you know, a little bit different than, you know, biological time. Mountain lasts a little bit longer than a man, you know, but case in point, the Ozark Mountains, where I live, they are limestone mountains. And I've heard, don't know the validity of it, that the Ozark Mountains were once taller than the Rocky Mountains. But because they're limestone, they eroded much more quickly, geologically speaking, than the granite and the harder rocks of the Rocky Mountains. And so now you're left with these rolling hills, which are actually just big piles of the rubble of giant mountains. Wow. Wow. Still talking to my microphone. But anyway, one of the things, a couple of things I wanted to mention. You guys have been great. A lot of the comments. One of the most recent ones that is kind of at the forefront of my mind right now is a guitarist who was saying, you know, these last 3 albums, I just can't enjoy them as much because, you know, Alex Lifeson, who is just a miraculous soloist, stopped doing solos in these albums. And once again, that's a testament to how in tune with the pulse of music of the time was going. I mean, my guitarist and I used to joke that Nirvana killed the guitar solo. And, you know, this was as it was happening, you know. We were playing together in 92, 93, 94, 95, and a good bit of 96. And, yeah, it just, the guitar solo died in those years. Soundgarden was, you know, one of the last ones. Pearl Jam's guitar solos weren't really, you know, that awesome. But once again, the fact that Rush, you know, and Alex Lifeson, a soloist, you know, like I've said before, you know, just that he had that feel. You know, he could reproduce the improvisational feel at the drop of a hat, especially in his solos. And, you know, it's an artwork, but because, you know, they wanted Test for Echo, right? What if Test for Echo is not about the song? Okay, Test for Echo, which is, you know, kind of a media damnation before media damnation was cool. What if it's a test for echo of the music industry? Okay? What if they make a change and, you know, as they've done so many times, they influence these new bands, then they listen for the echo of themselves in the next wave of music. And to influence something, you have to become a part of it. And to be a part of it, you must emulate it in some way. And so you must adjust yourself to be in that, give yourself the ability to be that part of it. And what if the test for Echo is a test for the Echo from the new generation of musicians? What if? What if? What if I'm just full of it? The world may never know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all of the positive energy that you guys have been sending me. Thanks for the tips and tricks. Thanks for the critiques on, hey Brad, speak up. Well, okay, I've turned up the input levels on my mic a little bit. The last video I did some in the diddly whoppers, little music bar slider, make you louders. You know, did some of that. So might do some of that here, you know, depending on how this batch turns out. Hopefully this is a batch and not just one video, but we'll see. I don't have a lot of time left, and it is 5 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, because that was the time when I could have a quiet house, and it won't be quiet for long. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, for being fans of the band, and I'll see you next time.